Hi, today we're going to cover the event submission process and the workflow that's associated with that. And here's what I mean. So when a user visits umc.org, if they go to slash calendar, this is the page that they're greeted with. It's designed to display all submitted and approved events. Part of that approval process has to do with workflow, and part of it has to do with a notification process. So we'll get into that shortly. But for now, if a user submits an event, they click on the Add Event button, and this modal or this pop-up appears on the same page. That way we're not taking them to a new page. They fill out the form and submit it. I have a pre-cooked form or event on this page that I'll show you later, but just know that that's how the event is submitted initially. So once the event is submitted, how do you know that a new event is waiting for you? Well, a PowerShell script has been written that accomplishes several tasks. One of them is it sends a message at the end of every day, or actually I'm not sure it's the end, but once a day, pertaining to created events. And this message is managed within UMC, the UMC directory. If you go down to Shared Content and then Messages. Here you'll see three messages. One of them has to do with jobs, one has to do with new published items. Different stakeholders benefit from these reports in different ways. But if you're managing events, the created events report message will be the one that fires to you. My understanding is it will do that once a day so that you're not inundated. If 50 events are submitted, which is unlikely, but it is possible, either through spam or valid submissions, you will only get one report each day. So, and if none were submitted, you won't get a report. So this item is configured here. The created events report message, the default from email address, which right now is techaccounting@umcom.org, the subject, created events report, and it's right now, this is set up to notify Kurt Layton, who is the man leading development. Well, several people are leading development. You know what I mean. All right, so the body of the notification, please review the created events report in the attachments. So this fires this message and also attaches the report of newly created events for the day. All right, so this is the notification that you'll get. Once you have the notification, that report should be attached to the email, but if for some reason it's not or you can't access it, your report can be launched through Sitecore. That's done here in the Launchpad. What you're going to do is you're going to go down to, what am I thinking? We're going to go to the desktop, and then here we're going to click on the reporting tools, PowerShell reports, UMC, events for review. I'm going to cover that one more time. You start at reporting tools, PowerShell reports, UMC, events for review. Next, you'll be greeted with an option as far as the date range that you would like to display. You can do it for today. So from this time yesterday to this time today, or you can back it up more if you like. There has only been one event submitted. That was by myself earlier today. The reason that we did that is just so that we could, we would have one ready in case latency. All right, so we're going to proceed with that date range. You can also search by event title, or you can search by the event date itself, meaning when the event takes place. The events that are awaiting approval, here we have event for training SLF. It was submitted today. That time is not correct, but you get the point. So we're going to go to this path, and it opens the event here. So first, you just want to go through each of the fields and validate that this information that's been submitted is relevant and that it makes sense. One thing to keep in mind, if duplicate event titles on a single day, they can cause issues. So if you get an email saying that someone tried to submit a report and they got an error, that's likely the culprit. Anyway, so we have the the event training and all of the information that I entered previously. If we go back to the calendar and scroll down, we'll see a single event called sample event. This is actually a different one, event for training. So what I'm going to do here, this is in the workflow, which means if something is in workflow, it can only be submitted or approved by someone with proper permissions. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to this review tab, and here you'll see submit. If we hit submit, this yellow bar will disappear in just a minute, and now it's ready to be published. This item looks good to me, so I'm going to go to publish item, make the proper selections, which in this case just smart publish sub-items in English, and the publish sub-items is not necessary, but I keep it checked just in case. So we're going to run the publish. One item was updated, one was skipped, and we're going to close this item, and we're going to go back to the calendar and reload the page. So now we've got two events. That's the event approval process.